Hello race fans and welcome to the California State Championship race. This is it, the biggest race of the year. Everything has been leading up to this race. We're here to have fun, but you can cut the tension with a knife. You can see it on Dylan's face. He's been working for this his entire BMX career. He's currently ranked 12th in the state. He needs to move up to 10th in order to get a state plate, which would be his plate that he puts on the front of his bike with his new number for the entire year, but he doesn't get that unless he moves up 2 spots in today's racing. So let's get to the action. Here's Dylan, and just to his left is his good friend Jaden, and they are off. Dylan gets a little bit back in the first start. He's in about 4th place. He's headed down the left side. We see Jaden going down the right side. Dylan's in 4th place, but if we look carefully, Dylan is taking a very direct path to the turn. He goes down and low and beats the 2 riders around the turn by taking a faster route, moves right past them into 2nd place, past 2 riders in the turn. Dylan's now in 2nd place, being chased by the 2 riders behind him. That's Jaden just behind him. Jaden and Dylan have raced again and again and again, and Dylan is just ahead this time. Jaden's often a little bit faster than Dylan. Only the 1st and 2nd place riders from this qualifier will go directly to the main. The other riders will have to race in another qualifier if they want to try to make it to the next level. Here they come down the finish line. Only one of them's going to make it. Dylan and Jaden going to the finish line. Is it Jaden? Is it Dylan? Jaden just edges Dylan out, and Dylan will have to go to another qualifier to make it to the semifinals. Jumping to the end of the 2nd qualifier, we see Dylan in 2nd place. He got a little bit of a slow start and he chased this rider all the way around the track, but he needed 1st or 2nd. He got it. He's moving on to the semis in the state championship race. Here we are in the semifinal. 4 riders will make it from the semifinal to the final. There's 6 riders in this race. We see Dylan. 2 to his left, we see his friend Jaden, and just to Jaden's left, we see his friend Gustav. Dylan is not looking that good. He is in the back of the pack, way to the outside of the turn. He got pushed out a little bit. He's headed through the turn in last place. The 2 riders in front of him collide a little bit. That could have been a disaster for everybody. Dylan's in last place. He needs to pass 2 riders. He's looking to pass this 1st rider. He sees 2 of them. He's closing right on them. They're right next to each other. They're right on top of each other. Looks like Dylan's passed 1 rider. He's headed into the turn on the inside. He cuts to the inside and pushes the other rider to the outside, and Dylan, boom, boom, just passed 2 riders. He's now in 4th place. That's what he needs. He needs to hold on to 4th place. 4 riders from this semifinal will go to the main race of the state championship. Dylan's in 4th place. That was Gustav, who just took 1st place. There goes Jaden. And finally, Dylan in 4th place. And with that, all 3 of our riders will go to the main race of the state championship. All right, the main race. This is it, the state championship. This is the biggest race Dylan's ever been in by far, and the toughest field he's ever faced. And they are off. Immediately, the rider in orange crowds straight at Dylan. Dylan shoots over to the left side, avoids the rider in yellow, but the rider in orange moves back over to the right, hits the rider in green. They hook up, and down they go really hard, right in front of Jaden. That's Jaden in the red and the black. He hits the other riders. He manages to stay on his bike, go around them, but Jaden's been held up a whole bunch. Meanwhile, Dylan witnesses the carnage that goes on right next to him. Gustav is shooting out into the lead, and Dylan's headed up the left side. He's in about 4th place, but he's got good position. He's heading way low. He immediately passes the rider in blue. Now he's in 3rd place. He's coming out of the turn in 3rd place. The rider in blue is right on top of him. Dylan needs 3rd place to get a trophy. The rider in blue also needs a 3rd place to get a trophy, and he is doing everything he can to catch Dylan. Dylan is in 3rd place. He can try to catch the rider in yellow. He's got to hold off the rider in green. Here comes the rider in blue. The rider in blue is closing on Dylan, but the rider in blue slips off his pedals. Dylan pulls away from him. Now Dylan's pulling away. No one's going to catch Dylan. He's in 3rd place in the state championship. Gustav took 1st place, and with that, Dylan takes 3rd place in the state championship. And there is his plaque. It says 3rd place on it. There's Gustav with his 1st place, that plaque. Dylan was 3rd place. Wow, what a finish, but it's not over yet. Remember, this is the state championship, and it decides the state rankings. So everyone is here to find out what the final rankings are, and you had to get 10 to get a plate. Dylan was 12th, and with that epic showing, moves up to 8th place in the state and gets the number 8 plate. Out goes his old number, the 827, and from now on, Dylan Rossi will ride with the state champion number 8 on his bike in every race for all of the year 2016. Wow, great riding, Dylan. And great job to all of Dylan's awesome BMX buddies who showed up and raced like champions. Every one of them did great. And finally, that is one proud daddy.